What's up, everybody? It's your girl Megan, ShowUp Fitness instructor, and today I'm going to break down how we program at ShowUp Fitness. I'm going to take a page out of the book, the one and only How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer by Chris Hitchcock himself. So if you have it, follow along, page 150. If you don't, go and get it. Now, like I said earlier, I am an instructor for our in-person internship here in La Jolla, California. We also have locations up at West Hollywood, Santa Monica. If you can't come in person, don't worry, we are online. We can reach you wherever. Speaking of online, I can help anyone pass the NASM CPT within 30 days. Thanks to our study guide and weekly Zoom calls, we've helped over 2,800 people pass the thing. And if you want to pass faster, we have extra NASM quiz bundle questions, 180 of them. All the tools that you guys need to pass the NASM CPT. But with that being said, the #1 feedback that I get after the NASM CPT when people pass is that they still don't know how to program and they don't know how to train clients. So this is why I'm doing the video today, to show you guys how we program at ShowUp Fitness. So let's follow along. First off, we have a beginning client. The goal is she's a 35-year-old female. She wants to lose 20 pounds, get stronger, work on her glutes, abs, and arms. So when you see this, whenever you're doing an assessment or you have a client and you're like, where do I start? Well, first off, injuries, rule out anything. There's no injuries here in this description, so we're gonna say that she's good. She is a beginning client though. What are her goals next? Goals, always wanna make sure you dress it up. So she wants to lose a lot of weight, stronger, glutes, abs, arms. So how we program at ShowUp Fitness, we do CCA, core accessory. Core not meaning your abs, core meaning core patterns. So you guys probably can't see all that well, but we have our core patterns over here. There's 8 of them, 6 listed, but then when you do the horizontal and vertical for the different push and pull, those will be added there. I did a video breaking down all of our 8 core patterns, so go ahead, check that out next after this. Better description of all of those and the agonist and synergist muscles involved. When you understand your anatomy, it's a whole lot easier to program. So when we do this little build up, it's a template, a setup for a beginning client here. It's really easy to just pinpoint what to put in there. So like we said, she wants glutes, abs, and arms. So kind of full body is what we're thinking here. So we have hip thrusts, glutes, goblets, glutes, step ups, glutes. What do we have for arms? Next, chin ups, push ups, military press. Like we said, abs, how we incorporate that, that's when you want to incorporate an accessory. Do never put your accessory before. You want to get your main movements done earlier. Number 1, 2, and 3, that's your focus of that day. So make sure you have those, and then even A's are going to be compound movements here. We're looking for multi-jointed movements, not single ones. But your accessory ones, you can do so. So we have planks, working the core. We have rotational tees, looking at the arms again, and a challenge game at the end. We challenge all of our interns to be able to create a game or something fun at the end for their clients, because the last thing that they're gonna remember is that last thing that you do. Did they have a fun time? Did they enjoy it? Break a set? Whatever your client's goals are, make sure they feel it in the last couple of minutes of it. So I'll go through the program, but we have hip thrusts into chin-ups into planks. That's the first circuit. So they would do all of that, rest after they do all 3, go back into it, another round, same thing, rest after they're done with planks, and one more round, same thing, rest. She is a beginning client, female, so predominantly, we're stereotypically talking about girls versus guys. Girls are gonna be more cardio, guys, meaning endurance when I say that. So rep range, we can go a little bit higher, do 15, 12, 10. Versus for guys, beginning client, once again, maybe do 12, 10, 10, just because their endurance isn't up for that. So you do that. These stars here that you see mean trainer engagement. So chin-ups, most beginning clients you're not gonna see you're gonna be able to do chin-up. So how can you get involved as a trainer? You can help them up assistance, or you can incorporate some eccentrics. You can change it. So by helping them, instead of putting them on a band and letting them do themselves, or go on the machines, you can get involved as that trainer. For a plank, how can you get involved for a plank? Everyone's done a minute plank, everyone's done 30 minutes, and they're just sitting there for 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. How can you make it fun and exciting for your client? And I know those words don't sound fun for a plank, but you can. Make them move around a little bit, poke them or whatever. Make sure you always ask for permission, of course. Tell them to raise a leg out, put some weight on, maybe you have to touch your toes, pass a ball with them. Get creative with it. Your accessory things, the B's here, are where you can get creative and really do something fun for your client. like I said, these ones are the focus. You really want to make sure force projection is there. Get the most out of that workout during those numbers and A's. So the core patterns there. Next one, we have goblets, push-ups, rotational tees. So like we said, she wants to work on her glutes. Goblets will also be a good thing for the core. That weight is in front of you. You really puts you in a good position and you'll feel it there versus if I were to start on a back squat. I wouldn't start someone that's beginning on a back squat. Always start them, progress, you can progress the movement. Of course, assessment-wise, everyone's gonna be different, always assess. There, next we have push-ups. Same thing, most beginning clients for females are not gonna be able to push-ups, or maybe they can, but they can't do that many. So how can you get involved as a trainer? Well, you can use a band and help assist them. So maybe they can go, but not go all the way down, so you just give them slight assistance up, make sure they're doing correct form, proper form, and help them with that. Like I said before, you can also do eccentrics. So eccentrics, what is that? That's lengthening of the muscle going down in the face. So you just want to see that control there. Have them go down as slow as they can and do that for a couple reps. Remember, eccentrics create a lot of damage, so we want to look at 3 to 5 reps max during that, especially for a beginning client. It creates a lot of damage. Even be aware when you're programming this, maybe tell them that they're going to be sore the next day, maybe even after that. Just as long as you make sure you tell them about that so they're aware of it, you'll be good there. Last one, rotational tees. Everyone's done lat raises or front raises, but rotational tees, we're coming out here, in front, back down, up, around, down, rotational, that's the name for it, tees. So how can you get engaged as a trainer there? Well, you could do it where there's just a burnout, and then at the end, they hold it here for as long as they can. Or maybe you do a time, or you do a clap, some cueing. So go, all right, there we go, stop, and they have to stop. Hold it there until you say go. Good, so just different things that you guys can involve as a trainer just to tweak it. Same thing, 3 rounds, goblets, 15, 12, 10, push-ups, just like the chin-ups, probably 3 to 5 eccentrics there, or assisted ones. Rotational tees, aim, step-ups, last one. Step-ups, this is when I was talking about placement. So placement is key, like I said, core accessory. Step-ups, if you were to put it higher, specifically if we're talking about males, that would predominantly probably be not the smartest choice, because I mentioned earlier, cardio system aren't up for it. So step-ups are usually a good choice near the end, or if you have an advanced client or someone that's really good with cardio, their heart is really good, then you can put it higher. Usually we're gonna put them at the end though. Make sure we get these big movements out first, have step-ups near the end. We'll have that military press, as an exclamation point. You wanna make sure here, when you see step-ups to military press, if you've seen NASM, they always have, especially for stabilization phase, it's step up, curl to press, ball squat, curl to press. They have a lot going on. So when I talked about force projection earlier, break up the 2 patterns. You could probably step up a whole lot more than you can military press. So why would you do step ups with 20s here when you could probably do 40s? But there's no way you could do 40s with military press. So we're evening it out the playing field so you can get the most, maximize each movement there. And like I said, the last one of the game, make it fun, challenging. What's their goals? If she really stressed one of these, maybe she stressed glutes. So at the end, that's when you can throw in the bands and make them have a booty burner, the hypers, the glute extension emphasis. That's where you can get creative. So this other point was progressive overload. Beginning phase is a couple weeks, month, depending on your client, how many times you're actually seeing them. You wanna make sure they have a good foundation before you start increasing weight. Once you're able to, increase the weight, get into strength ranges. Don't stay in the same spot, adapt to that overload. But when I say that, progressive overload, I'm not talking about just switching up everything you're doing, because they're not gonna learn from that. They have to make sure, like I said, movement patterns, they learn the proper form, so then you can build on top of that. You can get creative in these little accessories, but I'm not gonna do this and then the next workout, I don't do any of this. You should have consistency right here at the bottom, that is key. So your workout should consistently look the same. You can do little tweaks here and there. So hopefully this was a good breakdown for you guys to see. Like I said, patterns, I do have another video on that. You can see more into that. I'll explain this more. Program, core accessory. You can always switch it up. This is just a basic template. Say I had a really beginning client, female, and she was really deconditioned. I might even just do hip thrusts into lat raises into plank. Why am I doing 2 accessories after that? The hip thrust is a big compound movement. It takes a lot out of that. If I have a very deconditioned person, she may not be ready for that. In fact, I may not even do hip thrust. Maybe instead I'll do goblets, but instead of goblets, I'll just do body weight squats. It's always dependent on the client. Everything changes on the client. So the answer is always, it depends. And you'll learn that about training is that you have to work on the flow with it. Things will come in, you had this whole thing planned, and then your client comes in, they have an injury. So you have to work with it and be able to do that. And when you know your anatomy, the muscles are working, and during the different patterns, it makes it that much easier. So, like I said, if you're trying to become a great, successful personal trainer, learn how to properly program, you can reach us in person here in La Jolla. I instruct our La Jolla location. We also have West Hollywood, Santa Monica. We have online. Like I said, if you can't come in person, we are online all over the world, so we can reach you there. And of course, seminars. So if you can't come to us, we will come to you. If you guys are interested in any of those, comment below, or you can message me on Instagram at ACT7VE. We also are at ShowUp Fitness, ShowUp Fitness Internship. We are online, www.showupfitness.com. And remember, all you guys gotta do is show up. It's your girl Megan, out of here.